Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week. They had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Strickland. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And he'll get this awfully close to a 1st down. Boy, that's going to be a razor-thin measurement, but I don't think he got there. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Operating from the gun. Strickland got an open man. It's Olave. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Here's Walker. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 16. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said,
oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Browns have got it back to within a score. The York on now for the extra point.
He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Strickland. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Back to throw. Strickland. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
A final shot before break. Strickland. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And the Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
155 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Off the play fake. Strickland dancing to his left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Walker.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
They go play action here on first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker,
a 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On play action, they'll throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, It's been pretty sensational.
191 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year.
To throw on second down. Strickland. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Seahawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They run it again with Chubb. Nice little juke. And some room to maneuver. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 55 yards.
And the Browns get a bit closer. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Off play action. Strickland. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their step.
Touchdown!
Chris Olave.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Yeah, 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late point. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
They'll look to throw again. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. DeForest Buckner picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. He'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Second and 10 now from the 27. They'll drop to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a nice gain at 21 yards. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. He'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Sack back at the 16-yard line. Darrell Taylor drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And they're going to speed things up here. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, Strickland. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Strickland. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Under pressure, they got him again. Myles Garrett drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Landry, agile footwork. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory. Walker hit and the ball is out.
And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back in the 24. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend. And
he's got a man complete. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy